And hello there, YouTube sphere. Welcome to another dreadful, terrifying, spooky game of Arkham Horror. We are once again entering the Dunwich Legacy campaign for the Arkham Horror LCG. This is the scenario following extracurricular activity. And we are going to be entering the museum, it seems like. I don't know, I haven't read up the setup yet. I've just set up the board, and now we're gonna have to actually read the scenario text, which we're going to do in a second. However, I have it on good authority that we may indeed be trying to steal the Necronomicon. So let's not misspeak our magic words. Let's do this. Alright, Decoy says, Twitch, be on your best behavior. We're on YouTube now. Quite so. Okay, let's see. Scanner says, I'm buying Moonstone because one of their characters is called Doug the Flatulent. I make informed purchases. I totally agree with this. I actually love the characterization in Moonstone. The Moonstone miniatures are awesome. They've got so much personality, and that goes down to the names as well. One of the interesting things about Moonstone, I think, is that the actual combat system on it is very realistic, which is kind of weird because it's such a whimsical fantasy kind of game where you would expect everything to be a lot more abstracted, but it's not. It's actually, you play cards which reflect how your character is fighting, whether or not they're like riposting and things. I think it's very interesting. But we're here for the spooks. We're here for the spooks. Hello there, Blackjack. Welcome to the stream. Hello from Ohio. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Seta Dragon says we need to try and get her to say bad things for demonetization. You can try all you want. This Discourse Live channel ain't even monetized. All right. Okay, let's do this. So, we are on what is scenario 2. It's because there's 2 different scenarios for scenario 1. We are on scenario 2, the Miskatonic Museum. So, let's do this. Okay. Several months ago. Oh, I suppose actually I should first of all, I'll explain where we are for those who don't know. So, this is the Dunwich Legacy campaign. What we did was the extracurricular activity. Essentially, we have been asked by Professor Armitage to look for his 2 colleagues who were missing. Unfortunately, they were both kidnapped. We went to a casino. We ran into the O'Banion gangs. The O'Banion gang are basically a criminal organization that seems to be running some sort of underground speakeasy. We made enemies of the O'Banion gang while we were looking for one of the missing professors. And unfortunately, monsters came and attacked the casino and the O'Banion gang. And we barely escaped. Unfortunately, the building collapsed on us and we got hurt. We actually took some long-term trauma, which has reduced our stats permanently. Very sad. Then we went to Miskatonic University to look for the other professor. We did not find him either. Unfortunately, we got held up by a fellow called Jazz Mulligan, the janitor. He just would not listen to our pleas. But we did fight. We found a monster called the Experiment that broke out of the science building and was going to try and eat some students. We stood in front of the Students' Union, not to drink pints of beer, very cheap beer, as was what I used to do at university, but instead to fight the Experiment. We fought it and we actually beat it. We actually won the scenario. We killed it. Unfortunately, we were not able to find the missing professor, but we did. We were told to record in our campaign log that we rescued a bunch of students. So that's good. We got a bunch of XP. I have spent said XP. I've spent it on what is known as a Cyclopean Hammer, which is a massive hammer. So I bought that in between it with my experience. For those who don't know, this is a campaign game. You get experience between missions, and you get to buy new cards. It's a card game, but you get experience. You level up like it's an RPG. It's awesome. Thank you very much for the subscription, Medic Mark. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Let's get some hype in the chat, please. Y'all YouTube folk, you're missing this. You're missing the hype. You're missing the hype. Of course, I do stream on twitch.tv/discoursegames. Okay, so unfortunately, we've lost the 2 professors. But Professor Armitage has told us that we need to get in to the Miskatonic Museum in order to steal the Necronomicon. However, let's see this setup. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so we're currently being spoken to by Professor Armitage, and Professor Armitage is telling us what happened, why he needs to find these 2 professors. We didn't know until now. We're finding out now. Wow, thank you very much for the subscription there, Medic Mark. Just gifted out 10 subs Really appreciate that. That's very big. Can we get the big hypes going, guys? Can we get the big hypes going? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Robo Discourse! That's what's happening. My voice, every single time I go to read, I go to actually narrate, my voice goes robot. Oh, my robot's over. Very sad. Okay. So, thank you very much. That is a lot of subs. That is a lot of subs. I really appreciate that. Okay, so, Dr. Armitage is telling us now why he needs to find these two professors. And why it is such a big deal. And why the hell all these monsters keep showing up and trying to get us. Oh my goodness, yous are all... Asmodee with the riot going in. Oh my goodness. So, here it is. Here's the story. Here is why we need to find these two professors. Several months ago, Armitage and his colleagues stopped rampaging horror from tearing through Dunwich, a backwater town several hours north and west of Arkham. At first, you imagine this beast as a rabid bear, or worse, but the professor's description of the creature paints a different picture. It all began when a man named Wilbur Whitley entered the Orne Library looking for Oleus Wormius's Latin translation of a book called the Necronomicon. Wilbur already possessed a beaten-up English translation by Dr. John Dee, but it was insufficient for his purposes. Armitage turned the man away, fearing what use the strange man had for the book. Whitley returned in secret, hoping to steal the book, but was attacked by a hound guarding the university. Armitage, Rice, and Morgan, those are the other two professors, the ones that are now missing, Rice and Morgan, later discovered Whitley's body, a description of the foul corpse, semi-anthropomorphic and covered in fur, with a leathery hide and greenish-grey tentacles, causes you to question whether or not Whitley was truly human. So this fella, basically, months ago, came to the professor and asked for the Necronomicon, and he was turned away. Then he got eaten by a dog trying to steal it. So, very unsuccessful attempt by the forces of darkness to steal a book. And then the three professors found out about it. Okay, let's see. So, check campaign log. If Dr. Henry Armitage was kidnapped, he was not. We rescued him. So, if the investigators rescued Dr. Henry Armitage, skip the part 2. Okay. We shall. My colleagues and I were quick to put the ordeal behind us, Armitage says with a sigh. But it seems that things haven't fully resolved themselves. I'll tell you the rest later, but for now it is imperative that we get our hands upon the copy of the Necronomicon. If my instincts are correct, the assailants you've encountered will be searching for it. After all that transpired, I didn't feel safe keeping it at the library, so I brought it to my good friend, Harold Wallsteed. He is the current curator of the Miskatonic Museum. I thought it would be safe at the museum's restricted hall, but now I'm not so sure. You must retrieve it at all costs. I fear terribly what they could do with the rights contained in its pages. Okay, so there's some folk out trying to steal the Necronomicon, so we gotta steal it first, I think, is what's going on. Let's see. Okay, proceed to setup. Blackjack saying, is this game on Steam, or do I need to download it from the makers? It is on Tabletop Simulator. This is not a publicly accessible mod anymore, unfortunately. However, there are some secret back alleys where one may be able to find it if one does some internet sleuthing. I own almost all of Arkham Horror, so I feel pretty comfortable playing it on Tabletop Simulator, to be perfectly frank. I've given Fantasy Flight Games enough money throughout the years in order to justify my usage of this mod, let me tell you. Alright, okay, so we have to set up the board. I've done a little bit of the setup already. I've created what is known as the, I don't know, this exhibit hall deck. And now we gotta randomize. We're at the museum here. We're gonna randomize the different rooms inside it. There we go. We're gonna get rid of these two. These get in the bin. They get binned. Away with you. Okay. So we've set it all up, basically. Okay, we've set it all up. Shuffle the encounter deck. All right, here we go. Let's do it. The sub-hype was so strong it broke your microphone temporarily, says Decoy. It was indeed. Okay. No, I'm picturing Armitage as Dr. Scott from Rocky Horror. Yes, perfect, yeah. Exactly. That's exactly how I'm imagining him now as well. That's incredible. Okay, so here's the agenda. This is the bad thing. I went over how to play the game in my last video, so check that out. Basically, if you're not sure how to play, I will be I'm not going to be expecting people, I'm not going to be treating the game like anybody's like an expert in the game or anything, though. I will still be explaining what I'm doing and things like that, so, this is the agenda. You'll get it. It's a really simple game. It's really, really simple. So this is the agenda. This is the bad thing. It's going to count down up to 5, and then it's really bad. We flip the deck. So, restricted access. Dr. Armitage has given the university's Latin translation of the Necronomicon to his associate, Harold Wellstead, at the curator of the Miskatonic University Museum. Worried that someone might still be after the book, you have gone to the museum to recover it. Okay, something about a haunted horror? We're not going to worry about that until a haunted horror shows up. Act 1. This is what we need to do. Unfortunately, the entrance to the museum is kept locked at this late hour. A security guard is visible through the building's front windows, oblivious to his surroundings. Perhaps you can find a way to get his attention and convince him to let you in. Maybe. So we need to get 2 clues in order to progress. Okay, we start at the museum entrance. The museum entrance. The Miskatonic Museum is an opulent and stately building, supported by the expeditions funded by the university. Its sizable collection of exotic artifacts, curios, and art has drawn visitors from all across the country. And whenever you go to a location, you reveal it. This is the unrevealed side. We've got, like, no information, but some flavor text. We reveal it, and there we go. There's 2 clues here, and some... we can resign as well. We can leave. We can take an action to resign and say, how important can a book really be anyway? Oh, Lily. Oh, Lily. Oh, it's very important. As you approach the museum, you draw your coat tighter around your body to keep the wintry air away. The full moon drapes the building in ominous and bright moonlight. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. So, I'm playing as Lily Chen, and I am the chosen one, obviously. So, I'm here to try and stop the apocalypse. Let's draw our opening hand of 5 cards. We can put any one of these back. Oh, there's Dr. Henry Armitage. I think we'll keep him. I think we're going to keep Henry. I think we'll keep Shriveling as well. It's a magic spell. It'll deal damage. And I don't think we're going to keep David Renfield, to be honest. If we're keeping... Do we want to keep Henry, actually? Like, he doesn't really... How much does he help us? After you draw a non-weakness card, discard it and gain resources. Actually, you know what? I'm not, like, too fussed on him. I think he's just going to be 2 question marks, really. I think we can get rid of Spectral Razor, seeing as we've got Shriveling. How many Doom is here? 5 Doom. David Renfield makes me nervous. I don't like him in my deck, because you put Doom on him, which, like, makes the game harder. It makes me, like, really nervous. Let's see. Okay. Nobody's actually good at Latin, so it's perfectly harmless. I think, yeah, look at Lily. She's got, like, a really nice coat. Like, let's be honest. She's got, like, a really lovely coat. Okay, so we're getting rid of Spectral Razor. Let's get rid of... Honestly, I don't really like Dr. Henry Armitage, so we're gonna get rid of him, too. We're gonna draw 2 more cards. Are we gonna get rid of... let's get rid of him. I think we need... Yeah, let's do this. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. Okay, so. Okay. How the hell did we get here? So we're here. Let's start. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me take a little drink first. Let's see. The invisible drink. How spooky is that? How spooky is that? Very spooky. Okay. Let's do this. So, we are here. We are at the museum entrance. And we can't get to the museum halls. The entrance to the museum halls is locked. You cannot move into the museum halls. We can test our fight to attempt to break down the door to the museum. If you are successful, immediately advance to 1B. So we can break our way in, basically. Or we can get the 2 clues that are here. Let's get the 2 clues, because we've got Clairvoyance. That's like a magic spell that will help us to investigate and get the clues. So, let's cast let's cast Clairvoyance. Decoy says, my realm just got invisible too. I better pour some more into the glass to double check what happened. Any excuse! So, we've cast Clairvoyance. It's a spell. It will allow us to investigate. And I think that's what we're going to do. So, we've got 1, 2, head, which will help us to investigate. Oh, wait. Tell you what. Let's actually... We could play Scene of the Crime, actually. Nah, let's just do Clairvoyance. Go down to 1. So our first action is to play Clairvoyance, and then our second action is to try and investigate. We're trying to beat 3. We have 4. We feel... oh no. Alright, we just need to get lucky once. We just need to get lucky once. That's an auto-feel. And, yep, that's us boned. So we missed. We missed twice. Okay. Okay, so... Unfortunately, we failed, and then there's no enemies around, so we go to Upkeep, which is where we draw a card, and we gain a resource. Hello there, Cyclopean Hammer! You are indeed the thing I bought. I bought this for 5 experience. I put it in my deck. I felt very good about it. This is an incredible... Look at this thing! It's like a bit of bread stuck in a rock. It's incredible. It looks beautiful. It looks so edible. I'm very, very hungry now. That looks great, honestly. We gonna want, yeah, right? Like, it's pretty hardcore, yeah, Pixie. It's pretty intense. It's 5 resources, and it deals a lot of damage. It's gonna let us use our willpower with our strength. So I'm really excited to get that bad boy out. Okay, so unfortunately, we failed. We're gonna up the doom by 1. This is the bad thing. And then we have to draw a card from the encounter deck. The encounter deck is all the bad stuff. Beyond the Veil has Surge, which means that we have to draw another card. And basically, forced, if your deck has no cards in it, take 10 damage and discard Beyond the Veil. Sadly, what this means is that if we ever run out of cards, we die, basically. We're going to take 10 damage. We've got 6 health. So, that's not good. What's this? Test willpower. For each point you fail by, discard the top card of your deck. Okay, yeah, and now it's trying to get us to... okay. Our willpower is 4. Let's test. So, we failed by 3, so let's discard the top 3 cards of the deck. Oh, there goes Enchant Weapon. Very sad. Ooh, Read the Signs would have been so good. Damn. Alright, well... Are these visions of things to be, or things as they might be, or could these horrors have already happened? So, I think the encounter deck is going to try and get us to discard all our cards, and then we're going to die. Once we run out, so that's pretty sad. Alright, okay. So, back to our actions then. Back to what we are doing. Okay. We've got one more, like, charge of Clairvoyance. Damn. I think, well, do we just Promise of Power it? Do we just get a +4? Okay. Let's do it. Let's just Promise of Power. So, we're going to burn Promise of Power. It's going to add +4 to our check, because you can see it's got 4 question marks there along the left-hand side. We're going to burn it. You can burn cards and put them into skill checks and get the icons that are on the side of them. You see the way some of them have got like a fist and a book. I could burn this card for a fist and a book. I could discover 1 clue at my location. But it feels suboptimal, so I'm just gonna burn a Promise of Power instead. And, let's investigate. Damn, that actually would have succeeded without the Promise of Power. Well, that blows. Unfortunately, with Promise of Power, you gotta add in a 1 curse token as well, which is bad. It's a bad thing. You don't want that. And we're all out of Clairvoyance. But, because we succeeded on Investigate, we get to discover 1 additional clue. So, normally you only get to get 1 clue, but Clairvoyance, if you succeed, you get 2 clues. Alright. Very nice. Now we got 2 clues. Huzzah! This is foreshadowing for when later, when Promise of Power will really be needed. I know, I'll be like, why didn't I just use Scene of the Crime? It's like the only... What else would Scene of the Crime be useful for? Alright, finding a way inside. So, we have indeed succeeded. Can we just spend the clues? Oh, we cannot gain resources. So, I don't have any resources, actually. Investigators at the museum entrance cannot gain resources. Oh, no. Okay, let's flip. So, if the investigator spent clues to advance, you find the window nearest to the guard and tap it loud enough to get his attention. He gives a startled jump, then shifts open the window. What do you want? He asks timidly. You explain the situation to him and tell him he is in grave danger. From me! He warily opens the front door to the museum, shaking his head. I wasn't even supposed to be here today. Choose an investigator to take control of the set-aside Adam Lynch asset. Reveal the museum halls. Advance to Act 2A, Night of the Museum. Okay. So firstly, let's get Adam Lynch. Where is he? Adam Lynch, here he is. Yeah, we got some museum security. Woohoo, he's on our side. Very nice. Let's put him down here. So what's he do? Well, you control Adam Lynch. Treat the ability on the security office as if it was a single... Oh, so treat the double action ability on the security office as if it were a single ability. A single action ability. Force. When Adam Lynch leaves play, remove him from the game and add a tablet token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Oh, I don't like that. Buzzard says, never knew you played this. I've got the House Always Wins set up for Jenny and Nathaniel right now. Very nice. Oh, it's such a fun game. I love it. I love it. I think this is one. There's going to be some spoilers here because this one's the one right after that one. Okay. So, let's do this. Night at the Museum. The Necronomicon is being kept in a restricted hall somewhere in the museum. Adam barely knows his way around and gives a startled jump at every creak of the old building. I just started here last week, he explains. What sort of trouble did you say was going on? You haven't the heart to give him the full story. I don't even know the full story. Thank you very much for the follow, Cold Heart Sucks. Welcome to the Discoursaires. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. Okay, so what do we gotta do? We gotta enter the restricted hall to advance. So we reveal this. So that was our first action, right? That was our first action. Our second action then is to move here to the museum halls. Museum halls is connected to each copy of Exhibit Hall. Investigators at the museum hall spend one clue as a group. Put the top card of the exhibit deck into play. Right, so we gotta get through some exhibit halls. Okay, no problem. So our second action is to move there. Is our third action just to gain a resource and just try and get the Cyclopean hammer out? Just to, like, run around with a hammer now, like, through the museum, just smashing stuff. See, part of the problem I have is that we can't investigate now that we've used up all our clairvoyance. So we're actually not very good at investigating. Decoy says, always comforting to know the Eldritch horrors beyond imagining can be beaten with sticks. Bigger, it's a lot of rock, in fairness. In fairness, there's, like, magic runes. This is a magic weapon. This is not just a mere stick. The dragon pole, though, is a mere stick. David Lynch's lost brother. Yes, indeed. That is Adam Lynch. Okay. We need some way to investigate. Do we draw a card? No, I think what we're going to do is... We're going to go to the security office, because we've got, like, an upgrade to that. So, investigate was first action. Our second action was to go here. Our third action, we'll go to the security office. A plaque next to this doorway reads, Security. The door is ajar, and inside, you catch the scent of blood. Adam, what the hell's going on over here? Okay, search the top 6 cards of your deck for a card and add it to your hand. Ooh, that's actually going to be really useful. Shuffle the rest back into your deck. We're going to do that next turn, because we're going to look for one of our spells that will allow us to investigate using our willpower. You see, the thing is, usually you have to investigate, like, areas to get clues using your book stat, but our book sucks. So what we need is, like, a magic spell that will allow us to use our head stat, our willpower stat, the way that clairvoyance did. Okay, and that is our turn over. We upkeep, we draw a card, and we gain a resource. Oh, another promise of power. Oh, that's good. That is good, actually. And then we draw, we pop the doom up. Ah! Why is it being so friendly? There's got to be a catch. Oh, I think there is. Alright. Obscuring fog. Attached to your location. Limit 1 per location. Attached location gets +2 shroud. Oh, no. After the area is successfully investigated, discard this card. Oh, no. That sucks. In fact, actually, that's really annoying. So what we're gonna do... So it's our turn. you know what we're gonna do? We're actually just gonna get this clue without investigating by playing. We're gonna spend 2 resources, and we're gonna play our scene of the crime. Investigate that scent of blood. Oh, let me just delete those clues, because we spent it earlier. You lose all your clues. We spent them to move on in the act. So we're going to play Scene of the Crime, which is play only as your first action, which this is. It's our first action of the round. Discover 1 clue at your location, or 2 clues instead, if there is an enemy at that location that does not provoke attacks of opportunity. So if there's monsters there, they won't hit us for doing this. Okay, cool. So we just get a clue. Like, boom. Like, easy peasy. No muss, no fuss. So screw you, obscuring crowd. Cloud. No, fog. Obscuring fog. That's it. So, where can we, we can spend our clues here. Next, what we're going to do is, we're going to use this security office action to search the top 6 cards of our deck for a card. And we're going to search, for, like, I don't know the deck well enough to, like, name a card. Okay, so we're going to cheat here. We're going to just, like, look at the top 6 cards in the deck. And we're just going to choose one that's useful. Because I honestly don't know what the hell we've got in here. So, I'm cheating. You can't stop me from cheating. Ooh, Dragon Pole's pretty good. Sixth Sense. That is exactly what we need. We need Sixth Sense. So we're going to draw that. Whoops. We're going to draw Sixth Sense. And we are going to add that to our hand. Hey, Sixth Sense. Come here. There you go. Thank you very much. And then we're going to shuffle our deck. Huzzah! And then for our very last action, we're just going to move back to museum halls here. Because I think we should go check out the administration office and see what's going on there. Or maybe next turn we should actually check out some of those exhibit halls. Oh man, I think we need money. I think we're really broke. Like, I've got like 0 resources. I really want my hammer. Because all it takes, if like 1 monster shows up, like, what do I do? Like, I'm boned if that happens. I just have to run. So, like, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do in that case. So, I guess like a vicious blow. But, like, I really need the Cyclopean Hammer, and I really need the Sixth Sense. So maybe I should have taken... There was a Voice of Ra spell, which, like, gives me money. Maybe I should have gone for that instead. Anyway, let's do our upkeep. So we gain a resource, we get a spell, and then Doom approaches. We knock Doom up by 1, and then we click for an encounter. What's this? Cursed Luck. Put Cursed Luck into play in your threat area. You get -1 skill value during skill tests. That is really annoying. That is so annoying. Okay. Damn. Okay, let's, Okay, the administration office. Are we gonna go here? A sturdy wooden door with a plaque next to it reads Administration. In the hall outside the doorway, you see a row of paintings depicting the museum's many curators through the years, each adorned with their name and years of employment. Perhaps it's just your imagination, but they look more distressed in recent years. Oh my. Let's go here and just explore, see what's going on at the administration office. Oh, okay. This office is meticulously organized, from the books in alphabetical order on the shelves to the stacks of Forbes organized by category on each desk. A coat is draped over one of the nearby chairs. Perhaps somebody other than the security guard is still here at this late hour. A coat is draped over one of the nearby chairs. Yeah, that's weird, actually. And there was, like, the smell of blood from in here. Somebody must have left the security office in a hurry. Blood stains the floor under the desk nearby. Thankfully, there are some useful supplies here you might be able to use. Huh, yeah, it's kind of spooky. All right, let's gain our second action. Let's use that to gain a resource. And then our third action, let's get a resource. A very Liam turn, but I think we need the money, honestly. And then it's upkeep again. We're gonna gain a resource and draw cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can have 8 cards in hand, so I'm just making sure that we don't have too many. Right, okay. Ooh, I'm getting spooked. I'm getting spooked. Okay, we're up to 4, and let's draw a card. Ooh, this isn't pleasant at all. Passage into the Veil. Test Willpower 3. This test has +2 difficulty of hunting horrors at your location. If you feel, you must either choose one. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck, or take 1 direct damage and deal 1 damage to each of your allies. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, we got a willpower of 3 plus 1 for our discipline. You can't see it. It's plus 1 willpower for our discipline. I think we want to beat this, honestly. So what I might do is I'm going to play Storm of Spirits. I'm going to burn it for the head up there. So we're 3, 4, 5 against 3. So anything a -2 or better, and we can beat this. So let's see what our modifier is. A skull? What's a skull? -1. Okay, -1. Okay. Woohoo! Yeah, if Adam dies, it's going to be so bad, says Decoy. Let's actually see. What does it add? -2. Return one of your clues to your current location is the tablet effect. Yeah, we don't want one of those in the bag, inside the chaos bag. Okay, but luckily we succeed by 2. So get out of here! Get out of here. Be gone. Be gone. There is a curse token inside the chaos bag. And when we draw that, it gives us a -2, and then we have to draw another one. So it's bad. Okay, so we succeed. Right. We have one more turn until this ticks over. And I have a feeling that when this ticks over, it's going to be really bad. So do we want to get the enchanted blade? Or do we want to... Let's get the Cyclopean hammer out. So let's spend 1 action in order to get 5 resources. And then our next action to play the Cyclopean hammer. Right. Combat-wise, we're sorted now, I think. I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh, we got -1 because of cursed luck. Yes, you're right, Pixie. So that would have been -1. So we still would have made it. So we actually... Oh, we got to succeed by 1 or more. I think we would have done it just on the nose. We would have just been on the nose. Right. So unfortunately, we don't discard it. We've got to succeed a skill test by 1 or more. All right, we got the Cyclopean hammer. Oh, actually, do you know what? Maybe we should have done a cheeky little investigation while we had 5 resources before playing Cyclopean hammer. Let's do that, actually. Let's be a wee cheeky, like, we've got 2. Do we throw in a book of some kind? Do we throw in Promise of Power? Oh, it feels so bad. No. Let's throw in a book. No, let's not, actually. Let's just do a cheeky little... Nah, actually, let's just put that down for 5. And then our last action will gain a resource, is what we're going to do. Hammer is just a stick with extra steps. I agree. Some slight crafting. All right. And then it goes to Upkeep. So we draw a card, we gain a resource. Very good, very good. And then this takes up to 5, which means we flip this card. From the shadows of the museum halls, a terrible creature slithers forth, long and serpentine and propelled by black leathery wings. If Hunting Horror is in play, add 1 doom to it. If Hunting Horror is not in play, search the encounter deck, discard pile in the void for Hunting Horror, and spawn it in the museum halls if able. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Right, we gotta find the Hunting Horror. Let me shuffle. Ooh, what's this? Okay. So it spawns in the museum halls. Okay, it's got 3 health. It's got 2 fight. At the start of the enemy phase, reveal a random token. If the revealed token has one of those ones, ready Hunting Horror. When Hunting Horror leaves play, place it in the void. It deals a damage. I don't know. That's not actually as scary as it could have been. The experiment was scarier. The experiment was scarier, I think, from the last one. But I don't know if this will keep... So it goes into the void, apparently. Okay. Okay, and then what's next? Shadows deepen. The shadows in the museum grow and become darker. As the shadows lengthen and shift, they begin to suggest the sinewy body of an uncanny creature darting at the periphery of your awareness. Oh, this actually had a... When Hunting Horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of Shadow Spawn to it, or add 1 resource to Shadow Spawn if it is already attached. So let's find Shadow Spawn and see what it does. So we add this as well. What does this do? Shadow Spawn remains attached to Hunting Horror if it enters the void. Hunting Horror gets +1 fight, +1 health, and +1 evade for each resource in Shadow Spawn. If there are at least 3 resources on Shadow Spawn, Hunting Horror also gains massive. Right, okay. So I think this thing's gonna get bigger and stronger as the match goes on. Like, as the game goes on, this monster is gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. Interesting mechanic. Let's do this. Okay. That's kind of spooky. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of the monsters getting bigger, I gotta say. Right, okay. Now we gotta draw from the encounter deck and see whether or not something bad happens. Oh! Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. So test willpower. It's a difficulty of 5. For each point you fail by, discard the top card of your deck. Man, we've only got 19 cards in our deck left. Remember, if we take... If our cards get to... If we lose all our cards, we actually take 10 damage and immediately die. Because of this card. So we've actually got -1 to our skill check here as well. So we're 3, 4, -1 is 3 versus 5. We could make a promise of power, which I think we're going to. So this will give us +4 if we burn it, which we're going to do. We add a curse token to the bag, and then we draw from the chaos bag to see what we've got. So we're trying to beat 5. It's -3. So we are at 3, 4, -1 for curse luck. So that is 3 plus 4 is 7. -3 is 4. So we actually fail, but we only failed by 1. Okay, which means we discard this. All right, David Renfield. I'm very sorry to say, but you must go. Whew. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, we failed. Yeah, the cursed luck. Yeah, unfortunately, we failed, so we don't even get rid of cursed luck. Right. Okay. Our next action, or our first action, rather, is to get a resource. This feels so slow. Get a resource. Wait, hold on. Wait, this monster's here now. Is this going to cheat? It's got Hunter. So on our turn, it's going to go here and hit us. So if we get a resource, no, we can't investigate here anymore. We can't even, because we don't even have 4 resources. Let's go here as our first action. And the monster comes for us. The hunting horror goes... Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I licked it. Oh, my dogs licked this. Okay. So the hunting horror is here now. It's like going to attack us. I know, Pixie. Very disgusting. I did clean it afterwards, but, you know, how clean can anything get? Okay. So, let's take a little lemonade. Take a little lemonade drink there. Alright. So let's attack this bad boy. So our first action is to move. Our second action is to attack. So we got the Cyclopean Hammer, which is add your willpower to your skill value for this attack. So normally when you're attacking, you only care about that fist icon up in the top right. So we have 4 fist. But we're going to add 4 to that from our willpower, because we've got 3 willpower plus 1 from this. This discipline gives us +1 as well. So we've got, what, how much? We got 4, 5, we got 8 skill value, which is really good. Actually, it's really incredible. You deal 1 damage for this attack, or +1 damage for this attack. If you succeed and the enemy is non-elite, you may move it 1 location away from you. If you succeed by 3 or more, you instead deal +2 damage. So this has 3 health. So if we deal, we can actually kill this thing in 1 hit with our big fucking hammer. We just jump down and it's like Mario or whatever, just with the hammer. You know, like we're just gonna slambo this guy. Okay. Let's do it. So we're at 8. He's at 2, which means we're at a +6. We got 6 over him. So I feel confident not throwing any cards in. Let's just do this. That's a 0. So we beat him by 6, which is by 3 or more. So we deal 3 damage, which kills the hunting horror. Okay, get out of here! Get out of here, hunting horror. Straight to the void. We sent it to the void. And we also clear our cursed luck. Oh, so it would have been... We beat it by 5. We beat it by 5. It's like you have a hammer and have gone to war. I'm here to stop the apocalypse. I'm here to stop the apocalypse. And as my very last action, I shall spend a clue. Investigators at the museum halls may spend 1 clue as a group. Put the top card of the exhibit deck into play unrevealed. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend my little clue. I'm going to delete it into the trash clue because I spent you. And we're going to draw a card from the exhibit hall and put it here. And we'll just do this to remind us that we can move to this next turn. That's our last action. We got to find the Necronomicon. Digitas Digitatum, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that. That's a fun name to say very fast. Digitatus Digitatum. Digitas Digitatum. Very fun. Thank you. Thank you for that. For that gift. Okay. Upkeep. So we draw a card and we gain a resource. No! It's my weakness. It's my weakness. Chromophobia. Because time is running out. I am the chosen one and I know Armageddon's coming and I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time to train and prepare. Place Chromophobia into play in your threat area at the end of your turn. Take 1 direct horror, and it takes us 2 actions to get rid of it. So, it is the end of our turn. We take a horror. That's going to keep happening every turn, which means I think next turn, it's going to be a very slow turn. Okay, because we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. Alright, new round. We gain a Doom, sadly. And then we draw an encounter card. Locked door. Attach the lock to the location with the most clues and without a locked door attached. The attached location cannot be investigated. Then we can take an action to break it down with our fists or to pick the locks using our agility stat. If you succeed, discard locked door. Okay, so that's actually kind of good, honestly. I think that's fine. Because we're probably not going back here, honestly. I think we're just going to keep trying to check out exhibit halls now. The time warp. It's just a jump to the left. It is indeed, guy. Okay. So our first and second action, because this takes up 2 actions to discard Chromophobia. You see the 2 arrows. It says that's 2 actions. It's 1 action, 2 actions. Discard Chromophobia. Each arrow is an action. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get rid of that. We do not want to be taking damage every single turn. And then we're going to spend all our resources with our final action. We're going to play Sixth Sense, which will allow us to investigate using our willpower instead of our book stat. Okay. Right. Very slow turn. But we're being set up. We're getting set up for our next round. Okay. Upkeep. We draw a card. We gain a resource. Very nice. Scene of the crime. Not too bad. I think I can start replacing some of those, though. Some of the scene of the crimes, maybe, with, like, some better investigate stuff, maybe. I have to look. There might be, like, some way to upgrade this, which might be pretty good. Because right now, it's just kind of like, okay. Okay. So, Doom goes up 1. And we click for an encounter. Let's see what happens. Oh, no. So, wait. Pop that back on. This was the one that I drew. I accidentally clicked the button twice. I was too eager with my clicking. Pushed into the beyond. Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck and discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If a copy of that asset is discarded, take 2 horror. This actually kind of works out for us. So, we're going to discard Clairvoyance. Because it doesn't have any charges left. So, it's kind of useless to us. So, we shuffle and then we discard 3 cards. Okay. Okay. Oh, excellent. We discarded it. We actually got rid of a weakness there. We didn't discard a copy, so we do not take any damage. Huzzah! Excellent. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Okay, our first action, then. Let's go to the exhibit hall. Let's see what's down here. What alluring artifacts are displayed inside? Do they, too, hold a sinister secret? More than likely, this is like the Miskatonic Museum. This is the museum in Arkham. Like, this place is screwed. Okay, our first action is to move. Ooh, the Hall of the Dead. Forced. After you fail a skill test while investigating this location, take 1 horror. I need no reminder of my mortality. I know my death is imminent. Okay. Well, it's time to get some clues and take damage every time we fail. Which is not great. Unfortunately, we can't play Scene of the Crime because, you know, you have to do this as your first action. Pixie says, the museum is being pretty chill for Lily. It's like downtime in Lovecraft Country. It isn't actually. So far, this scenario hasn't been too bad. I'm dreading this whole, like, I've got 14 cards left. The moment I run out, I die. So I'm kind of scared about that. Cards keep on making me discard things. So that's kind of spooky. But otherwise, like, I think my hammer can take care of this hunting horror, honestly. I feel like I'll be able to bash it if it comes back. And then I've got my Sixth Sense. So let's try to investigate. We have a willpower of 3, 4. We're trying to beat 3. Because you see here the 3 on the left. That's the shroud. That's the number we gotta beat. So let's throw in a willpower. Let's burn Spectral Razor as a head. Let's burn that. So we got 3, 4, 5 minus. Okay, let's see. Oh no. So that's 3, 4, 5. We're trying to beat 3. So unfortunately we fail that, which means we take a horror. Which kind of blows. And then do we do it again? Let's try it again. Oh no, it's the cursed. This has to be a 0 or else we fail. Cultist? What's cultist mean? -1 if you field search the encounter deck, discard pile in the void for hunting horror and spawn it at your location available. No! This was my last action. Oh god. So let me think. 3, 4. We're trying to be 3. Yeah, that's like a total fail. That's like a total fail. Right, so we did fail. So we remove a curse token, at least from the bag. And then we have to get this bad boy. He spawns it out. Okay, so remember a second ago, I was like, oh, we got this? Yeah, suddenly it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Okay. So what is Shadow Spawn? Does it get more resources each time it dies? Oh, wait, no, at the start of the enemy phase. Okay, no, it hasn't been around long enough. When Hunting Horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of Shadow, or add 1 resource. Okay, so it just got harder. It just got scarier. So we're gonna add a resource to this, which now it has 3 attack, 4 health, and 3 evade. Oh no. Decoy says, well, the good news is that you can use Scene of the Crime to get 2 clues now. That is true. That's kind of a sad upside. Okay. Enemy phase. Unfortunately, the Hunting Horror is here. He's gonna hit us. He hits us for a mental health attack and a blood attack, a physical health attack. So yeah, not great, not great. And then upkeep, we gain a card, we draw a resource. That's actually pretty good. We'll be able to get some shriveling out. All right, and then Doom counts up again by 1, and then we've got to click an encounter. Test willpower 4 if you feel. Choose and discard 1 asset you control. Can I discard him? Alright, okay. I don't want to discard anything. So I got 3, 4 willpower. Let's play Uncage the Soul for +2s. That's 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 4. Okay, we succeed. Okay, good. The supernatural cold threatens to freeze your soul. Yeah, didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. Okay. Right, so Lily Chen. Firstly, our first action is going to be playing Scene of the Crime for 2 resources, which will discover 2 clues. So that's good. So we get the 2 clues at least. So that's nice. Oh, where is it? Give me the clue! Give me the clue! Okay. So that is like an upside, I guess. That's like a very sad upside. Our second action will be to slam into the Hunting Horror. So he's got 3 attack now. And he's got 4 health. And let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. So let's throw in a Vicious Blow, which will deal an extra damage. So we get to add our 4 attack plus 1 from Vicious Blow. That's 5. Then we add our willpower stat, which is 3, 4. So that's 9. We've got 9 against 3. So anything but an auto fail, and we'll deal 4 damage. Well, maybe we'll see. We'll have to count it up. So -2. So we've got 9. -2. That puts us to 7. 7 against 3. We beat it by 4. And because we beat it by 4, which means if you succeed by 3 or more, you instead deal +2 damage and may move the enemy up to 2 locations away from you. We deal 3 damage to it because of that. And we got Vicious Blow, which is if the skill test is successful during an attack, that attack deals +1 damage. That's 4 damage, Cotton. That's 4 damage overall. With a sickening smack, he struck the abomination over and over until at last it stopped moving. Most excellent. So get killed. Back to the void with you, Mr. Horror. Back to the void with you. Off you pop. Okay. That is our second action. And our third action will be to move here back to the museum halls. Whew. Okay. We've only got 13 cards left. Sheesh. This is what I'm worried about. I'm really worried about that. Decoy says the fancy stick still works. Dude. This stick, this Cyclopean hammer, is the fanciest stick in the world. Holy hell. It's so good. Okay. Alright. Enemy phase, nothing happens because we just sent the Haunting Horror back from whence it came. So upkeep, we draw a card, we get a resource. And then we top Doom up. We put that up to 4. Okay, and now we draw an encounter. What has it got? There is a copy of it, but against Surge. So we just discard this. It has Surge, so we draw another one. Test Willpower. If the test is +2 difficulty, if Haunting Horror is at your location. Luckily, we murdered the hell out of that guy. If you feel, you must either discard the top 5 cards or take 1 damage. Yeah, we do not want to feel this. We really don't want to feel this. So this is 3, 4. We're going to throw in an Uncage the Soul for a +2. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. -2. So 6 minus 2 is 4. We beat it. We beat it. Okay. Man, I am nervous for Adam Lynch. I really don't want to kill him. I really don't want him to die. Really don't want him to die. Okay. So what we're going to do now is, our first action is to spend a clue. In fact, we're just going to spend 2 actions. Yeah, spend as many clues, yeah, as a group. Spend 1 clue as a group, put the top card of the exhibit deck. So I'm just going to, boom. Boom. There's 2 more clues spent. Done. Done. Setting us up for next turn. Setting us up for next turn. Okay. Boop, boop. So these halls are connected. Welcome to the museum. And then next turn we're gonna go explore it, I think. Oh, this area is connected to another one. Huh. Okay. Upkeep then, because there's no monsters around. Dragon Pole, we don't need Dragon Pole no more. We have the Cyclopean Hammer. An incredibly expensive weapon that we spent all our experience on and and was totally worth it. Okay, so that goes to 5. And then we draw another encounter. What's this? Slithering behind you. If Hunting Horror is in play, add 1 Doom to it. If Hunting Horror is not in play, search the encounter deck, discard pile on the void, and spawn it at your location. Engage with you. Shuffle the encounter deck. Oh my god. This goddamn thing. This goddamn thing. Alright. It's back again, and it gains another resource. Oh god. Right. And then we just shuffle that for some reason. Okay. So now it's at 2, 3, 4 attack, and it has 3, 4, 5 health. Okay. Okay. Right, we gotta attack it again. we gotta hit it twice, I think. So, it's got 5 health. Let's hit it. Let's hit it with our hammer. So our first action then is to slambo it with our hammer. That is what? -1. Okay. So we are at 4, 5. Oh, sorry. We're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, have I been counting this wrong? So we're 4. Yeah, we're at 8. Okay, so we're at 8 versus 4. So we beat it by 4, which means that it takes 3 damage. Okay, and then we're gonna hit it again. We're gonna hit it again. What is Skull? Tell me what is Skull. -3 if the Hunting Horror is at your location. So we're at 8, it's at 4. -3, we succeed by 1, which means we deal 2 damage to it. Okay, which kills it then, because it only has 5 health. So that's just on the nose. So get out of here, Hunting Horror. This thing is getting a little bit out of hand, though, I will say. Like, it is starting to get kind of scary. Because, like, next time it shows up, it's going to be, like, 6 health and 5 attack. It's just getting worse and worse. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. So our last action will be to, I guess, move to another one. Let's go to this one. Do we want to go right or left? We're going to go right or left. Thank you very much, Ike0208, for following. Thank you very much. Let's go left, I think. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, let's go left. What alluring artifacts are displayed inside? What have we found? The Atha Baskin exhibit. Forced. After you enter this location, lose all of your remaining actions and immediately end your turn. Joke's on you, game. This was my last action anyway. Haha. +2 agility while you're at this location. Very strange. And there's no clues here. God damn. A strange chill fills this hall, as if the climate of the Alaskan wilderness has traveled along with the artifacts on display. Wow, that's some incredible art. I really love these locations. Very annoying area, though. So there's no clues here. There's no clues here at all. Hi, irksome. Okay. Then we get upkeep, we draw a card, we gain a resource. Doom counts up. We got one more, so we're gonna go 1, 2, okay. And then we draw a card. Oh no, not this test again! Right, if you fail, you must either discard the top 5 cards of your deck. We can't burn any more cards. We're out of willpower icons. So it's just 4 willpower versus... right. Let's click for chaos. 4. No! 4 against 3. We get a -2. We fail. Alright. We got a big decision here to make. So we can either discard the top 5 cards of our deck. We have 10 cards left. We have 10 cards left. So we can either do that, or we can kill him, because you have to deal 1 direct damage and 1 damage to each of your allies, and he is an ally. If he dies, we add a broken tablet to the rest of the campaign, and I'm really reluctant to do that. But if we don't do that, then we've only got 5 cards in our hand, and this game is trying to, like, make us run out of cards. Bye, Adam, Pixie says. I think I might lose the cards and just really try, like, really hard to, like, run through this. Ultimately, though, guys, like, I can resign. Like, I can always run away, which is something I might be tempted to do. I might be tempted to resign. Decoy says, I think Adam's got to go. Oh, I don't know. I'm really reluctant to do that. I'm, like, really, really reluctant to do that. I think I'm going to discard my top 5 cards. I think this might be a mistake, but... yeah, I think we have to get lucky now. I think we have to get lucky, because I know that in the bottom of this deck, one of these is the restricted hall. So, if we get really lucky, we might still be able to do it. So I think we take the risk. I think we play it safer for the campaign, and the moment that we're about to die, we just run away, I think is the plan. I think, okay, right, let's do it that way. So we discard our top 5 cards. Oh, goodbye, Voice of Ra, goodbye, Clairvoyance. Goodbye, Shriveling. Unholy Rosary Beads. Okay, yeah. Sad. Oh, man, this card is so annoying. So annoying. Right, okay. Here we go. So, first action, we're gonna move here. Second action, we're gonna go here. And find the exhibit hall. What is there? After you enter this location, discard 2 cards from your hand at random. Okay, it's just from my hand at least. A 4 willpower. That's very annoying. That's very annoying. God, 4 willpower. I'm not sure if we can... Jeez. 4 shroud. I'm not sure if we can actually investigate there at all. That's really tough to investigate. Right. So, let's discard a... How many cards is it? 2? Goodbye, Shriveling. Goodbye, Enchanted Blade. Okay. Now to investigate Okay. Good evening, all, says Moister, and thank you, Medic Mark, for the subscription gift. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Medic Mark, and hello there, Moister. Good evening. Okay. Right. So, I think, do we just investigate? So it's 4 versus 4. That feels like a very bad... Because if we draw this, like, head, the cultist, then we spawn the hunting horror. God, this game... Oh my god. This game. And we can't even, like, go fishing in our deck for, like, will icons. So that was our last action. Yeah, that was our last action. This one kind of screwed us. I really wish that this had some clues on it. That one kind of screwed us. Okay. Yeah. Draw a card. And Doom goes up to here. Goes up to 7. And it goes down. The creature does not relent, pursuing you throughout the museum. If the hunting horror is in play, add 1 Doom to it. If hunting horror is not in play, search the encounter your deck. The discard pile in the void for hunting horror if able. Shuffle. Oh god, this has really gotten out of hand. This has really gotten out of hand. Okay, so it spawns. It gets another resource on it. So now it is 5 attack and 6 health. Oh, jeez, I think we might need to run away. This is tough. Oh dear god. This could kill us. Visions of future past. Revelation, test 5 willpower. For each point you fail by, discard the top card of your deck. We have 4. If we draw an auto-fail here, we immediately die. Oh, it goes to the museum halls. Oh, yes, okay. Good. Okay, good, yes. Okay. Still, though, very spooky. We're gonna have to fight it there, eventually. This is really bad. Like, this is really, really bad. Like, this could kill us, like, outright. Oh, no. We don't have any willpower. It's just a straight dip into the bag and see what it gets. All right. Let's see what we pull. So, if we pull... We've got 4 willpower. And... I think if we fail here at all, unless we get like a +1, an elder sign, which is good, or a 0, I think we need to leave, like right now. Like, I think we need to leave this place. Okay. Okay. Let's pull it. -2. So we're at 4. It's at 5. We drop 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh god. We have 1 more card left. Can we get out of here? Wavy Raven, thank you very much for the subscription. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. 14, yes. Number 14, thank you very much. You're getting me closer and closer to the sub-hype goals. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Well, I hope you're enjoying the stream, because I think I gotta run. I think I just gotta get out of here. Yeah, like, there's no way. I'm too much of a coward. There's no way I'm sticking around. Our next action, then, is to run here. Whoops. Is to run here. The hunting horror, like, attaches onto us. Whoops. I'm throwing everything around here. The hunting horror attacks to us. Like so. It's in our threat area now. And then we're just going to ignore it. We're just going to run. As our second action, it hits us for a health and a mental health. And then we're going to resign. We're going to take this action. How important can a book really be? Yeah, we're just gonna resign. It's gonna leave. It's gonna run away. We're doomed otherwise. We're doomed otherwise. Yeah, we leave. It hits us for damage, but it doesn't matter because we don't die from it. So we take a damage. Yep, the hunting horror. We run, fleeing. We flee from the museum, screaming. Ah! Because otherwise, Beyond the Veil would have killed us. Because the moment that our deck has no more cards in it, we take 10 damage. And, like, that would have just immediately we would have just poofed away. We would have been evaporated. Decoy says, bravely, Lily runs away. Yeah, Adam better have been worth it. Well, the thing is, if he dies, then it adds one, a token, like a bad token to the bag forever, like permanently to the campaign. And I really did not want that. So, yeah, we gotta run for it and just hope that not getting the Necronomicon, isn't too bad. Like, I know that saying that aloud sort of makes me think, like, it's probably really bad. Okay, let's see what happens then. So we resign. Let's see what the resolution is. Do not read until the end of the scenario. If no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned or was defeated. Okay. Whatever the creature in the museum was, you had neither the will nor the tools to destroy it. It seems you must give up any hope of recovering the Necronomicon. Even so, there are others depending on you. Gathering your courage, you prepare for your next task. Okay. In your campaign log, record that the investigators failed to recover the Necronomicon. Oh no. That feels bad. Okay. Failed to recover the Necronomicon. Yep. That's my B. That's my B. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card the victory display. There wasn't much, actually. There wasn't much at all. We got, was there any here? Nope. Was there any here? Nope. Oh, this is like a very bad one for us. There was one. We got 1 XP. Not great. Not great at all. So you see here, there's a victory 1 down there. That puts us up to 2. Okay. So far we've earned 10 overall. We've got 2 XP to spend. Damn. Does not feel great. Okay. Well, that was surprisingly short, so I think we might just go on to the next one now. We might just go on to the next one, so I'm just going to stop recording now for YouTube. So fare thee well, YouTube folk. I shall see you in the next one.